morning everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Saturday the 4th of March 2023 and today we're off back to the International Stadium. It is Gateshead versus Chestefield in the National League. So here I'm in Gateshead, and normally for this part of the video for Gateshead games I'd start with how the opposition are doing in terms of the table and in terms of form, but with what's happened this week you just got to start with us, haven't you? The point that we gained at Maidstone last week, coupled with the way other results went in midweek, was enough to keep us out of the bottom four, but it turns out we have been found guilty of fielding an ineligible player in a game that we drew earlier in the season. Therefore, under National League rules, we have been docked any points that we earned in the games in question. I believe the game was Torquay away, which we drew 1-1. Carl Magner received his 5th yellow card of the season against Southend the week before, and an admin error led to us fielding him, and ultimately we've paid the price for that, and that now leaves us, you guessed it, 21st place. Honestly, a part of me is thinking that the people at the National League are watching my videos and they just have maybe some sort of weird fetish about me saying that Gateshead are in 21st place in my videos, and one of them's just gone, here, we can get Dan to say it this way, lads, we'll just dock them a point. But it is what it is. We've got to serve our punishment. It's down to us now to see if we can turn it around. But as for Chesterfield, they're currently in 5th place in the National League table. Although if they fail to win this game today, it will be 10 in a row without a win for them, which is a record I'm sure they really wouldn't want. At one point in the season, it was looking as though they were going to be right up there with Notts and Wrexham, but they've massively fallen away since, and it's not even much of a guarantee anymore that they're even going to be in the playoffs. So they really need to turn it around at some point. I think if they don't win this game today, then I think Paul Cook's going to be under quite a lot of pressure. But for what people are saying, like they're maybe not actually playing that badly. It's just that results aren't really coming off for them just now. I mean, it can happen during the season. Everyone goes through a bad patch, but very rarely does the teams go on winless runs that are this long, especially when they're up there challenging for promotion. But I'm not going to read too much into the form book, if I'm being totally honest with you. It's still going to be an extremely difficult game, and if we are to win it, then it'll be because we have put in one of, if not the best performance of the season. It's the start of a big month for us. Obviously last month it was 5 away games and 1 home game. This month it is 5 home games, 1 away game, of course, in all competitions. Bearing in mind that one of the home games is the FA Trophy quarter-final next week. So massive time for us this. Obviously it is a blow what happened with the point being docked during the week, but our squad numbers have been boosted once again last night as we brought in Ed Francis on loan from Notts County for the rest of the season. Of course, he scored against us when we played Notts at Meadow Lane back in December. It was a pretty well taken goal, in fairness. And Notts fans seem to rate him. It just seems as though he's not really getting in the team ahead of Bostock. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can bring to us. So let's head on down to the International Stadium and find out how it'll all unfold. So the team's warming up. Chesterfield getting ready down there. They're going to be in their all-blue home kit this afternoon, and we're getting ready just down there, of course, going to be in our home kit for a home game. I must say, it does feel nice to be here on a Saturday. This is the first Saturday 3 o'clock game we've had here since the Southend game in November. Yep, that's how long it's been. Anyway, let's get into it.
We've got Super Gregory! Super Gregory! Just go get on style! Oh, we're ready! Are we the lads?
Get it in the box.
The Heat!
What?
Not cheer too soon. How many times?
Too easy, man! Stop the shot!
Come on. How late was that flag? It's been coming.
Sit down! Come on, man, last man!
Half-time, Gateshead 1, Chesterfield 1. I think the fact that we're levelling this game flatters us a bit, to be honest. We've invited far too much pressure, allowed them far too much time on the ball, and when the goal came, you can't say that it wasn't coming. I mean, as for our goal, I mean, it was one of the most comical things I think I've ever seen at a football game, to be honest with you. It totally bamboozled everyone, didn't it, including the goalkeeper. I think the word bamboozled was invented specifically for that one moment in time, where we don't even really need to use it anymore. But Chesterfield are pressing a very high line, and I think maybe need to inject a bit of pace into our game just to see if we can get in behind it, catch them out a little bit. You can tell that it's a must-win game for them, the way they're going about it. They're just muscling us off the ball every time. We can't really get much of a passing game going or anything like that. So it's been frustrating, really. I mean, I'd take a point from this game, of course I would, but right now I can't really see us getting one. But I'm there to be shot out with that opinion. Hopefully it'll go out in the second half and prove me wrong.
There we go. Stop the run, man! Come on, Chester! Too easy, man! What's a dude, man? Oh, too easy. Oh. Tomato!
Oh. 3 minutes of added time at the end of this game. Full-time Gateshead 1, Chestefield 2, totally deserved. Like if we'd have got a point out of that game, it would have been the biggest injustice in the history of football. We were allowed ourselves to be totally abused there all afternoon. Chesterfield completely ran rings round us, and some of our decision making was just absolutely abysmal, and that was compounded in the last couple of seconds of the game. I mean, if we could have held out, it would have been a very decent point, but it probably showed exactly why we're in a relegation battle. Caused our own downfall too many times, which was kind of made apparent during the week when we landed ourselves a point deduction. I mean, like, make of it what you will. Like, we're in this position because we deserve to be, and a lot of it is totally self-inflicted. I mean, it's a big win for Chesterfield, of course it is. You can tell that by their overall performance and everything today that they really needed it, but we've only got ourselves to blame, quite frankly, and can't really be bothered doing much more of a detailed explanation of the game, because I'll say something I'm not proud of, and that's honestly the way it is. But I think we've got to have a look at our own performance. Last two performances really, weren't that good last week at Maidstone either. I mean, looking at the forecast for this coming week, I'd be very surprised if the Halifax game went ahead. Then the Farsley game, if I'm being honest now, I'm not that bothered about the trophy. I just want to stay up. Like, that's more than anything. So really, like, the next big game is Torquay when they come to the International Stadium 2 weeks today. But that's that for this video, and I'll be back tomorrow with Redcar Town Ladies versus South Shields Women. So first ladies game for a while. But until then, take care. Cheers for watching. I'll see you later.